Hello everyone, my name is Jiya Arora and my student ID is 2510 It's the second code of my file. In this, first I have imported all the libraries we needed like pandas and numpy for data handling and matplotlib and seaborn for plotting charts and re for working with the regular expression and test blob for performing sentiment analysis. Like these libraries will help us clean the data, calculate sentiment scores and visualize our results. Then the helper functions, like we define some helper function, like these are the reusable pieces of code to make our analysis easier. Then like this we can say helper function, like convert duration to seconds, like this function. Like our YouTube API returns video duration in ISO 8601 format, like PT1H3M2S, which means 1 hour 3 minutes and 2 seconds. We need to convert this to total seconds for analysis, so we have used this function. Then the sentiment score calculation, we also have defined this function that uses test blob to calculate sentiment polarity for a piece of text. Like this returns a score from -1, very negative, to +1, which is very positive. Like this function, this one. Then the load data, like we have loaded our data sets. One data set contains video details and another contain comments detail. We have ensured that column names are consistent for merging. Then data processing thing, we have processed the data step by step. First we have converted video duration, like we have a numeric column with video duration in seconds. Then the video title sentiment score, this line measures how positive or negative a video title is. Then video's comment, each comment is also scored as sentiment. Then the merge data code, like this adds the title sentiment score to each comment so we can compare them later. And then this average comment sentiment per video, like we have computed the average sentiment of all comments for each video. Then merging everything for analysis, like the final data frame has video details, title sentiments and average comment sentiment ready for analysis. Then we have ensure numeric columns, that we have numeric columns, we may have likes and durations are numbers, so we have make sure that we must have numeric columns. In the visualization part, we have plotted regression charts to test three hypotheses. H1 was title sentiment versus average comment sentiment, H2 was like versus average comment sentiment, and H3 was duration versus average comment sentiments. So we have plot, like these plots help us to visually see the relationship between video features and comment sentiments. Then the correlation analysis, like we have calculated correlation coefficient to quantify these relationship. So this whole code have explained us like what we have done in this whole code. Like we have cleaned and prepared video and comment data, we have calculated sentiment of titles and comments, we have merged everything to analyze the relationship, and we have also plotted regression charts to visually test hypothesis, and finally we have quantified relationship using the correlation. So as we can see it over here, part of the code too, like here we are looking at three scatter plots that explore whether different videos features like title, sentiment, like count and video duration are related to emotional tone of the comments. Like the first graph, this shows the relationship between the sentiment of the video title and the average sentiment of its comments. Like each point represent a video. The regression line has a slight upward slope and the correlation is about 0.12, meaning the relationship is positive but very weak, like it's less positive. This suggests that video with more positive or emotional titles tends to receive slightly more positive comments, but the effect is small. And then if we come upon the second graph, like this graph looks at the number of likes a video gets and whether that influences comment sentiment. Like the slope is slightly downward and the correlation is around -0.07. This tells us that the popularity measured through like does not predict whether the comments will be positive or negative. People may like a video a lot, but their comments don't necessarily reflect positive sentiment. Now let's come upon the code 3. Like the third graph compares video duration to the comment sentiments. We can see a nearly flat trend line with a correlation of about 0.05, which is extremely weak. This means the length of a video doesn't influence how positive or negative the comment turn out to be. Overall, all three relationships are weak. Like title sentiment shows the strongest, though it's still small influence. Like and duration show almost no impact or comment sentiment. This suggests that viewer emotion in the comments are shaped less by simple video metrics and more by other factors such as content quality, topic, or the audience behavior. Now come to the third part of this file, like the third code. So first we I have imported the necessary libraries like pandas for data manipulation, cbor and matplot for plotting, and text blob to calculate sentiment scores for the comments. Like here I have imported all these libraries. Then I have defined a helper function called get sentiment score. Like it takes a piece of text like a comment and returns a sentiment polarity score between -1 and +1. Like -1 means very negative, 0 means neutral, and +1 means very positive. And then I've loaded the data. Like I've loaded two data sets, one with videos details like the videos one, and one with videos comments detail like the videos underscore comments one. We like I have also make sure that the column names of four titles are consistent in both data set, so merging later will be easier. Then like here I have used our get sentiment underscore score, like the get underscore sentiment underscore score function to compute sentiment for every comment in the videos underscore comments dataset. Like this creates a new column called comment underscore sentiment score. Then like here I have defined the keywords, like a list of keywords that I wanted to check in video titles. Like I have added mental health, anxiety, stress, pandemic, and COVID over here. Like for each keyword I have created a new column in the videos dataset that indicates whether the video title contains that keyword. This column is either true or false. Then I have merged the video keywords information into the column dataset that allows us to know for each comment whether it belongs to a video whose title contains a specific keyword. Then I have calculated the average comment sentiment for videos containing each keyword. Like I filter comments belonging to videos with a keyword. Then I have computed the mean sentiment. Then I finally stored it in a dictionary and converted into data frame for plotting. And then at last the visualization part. Like I've used a bar chart to visualize which keywords in details are associated with more positive or negative comment sentiments. Like the y-axis shows the comment average comment sentiment, and the x-axis shows the keywords, and the color plate makes it visually appealing, and the sentiment ranges between -1 and +1. Part for this code, like here we are looking at the graph that shows the average sentiment of comments on videos whose title included certain mental health related keywords, like specifically mental health, anxiety, stress, pandemic, and covid. Like each bar represent how positive or negative the viewer comments were on average for videos containing those keywords. Like from this graph we can see that videos with mental health and anxiety in the title tend to be received slightly negative comments, suggesting viewer may express concern, frustration, or emotional responses to these topics. On the other hand, keywords like stress, pandemic, and COVID generate more neutral sentiment, like meaning the audience tend to comment in a more balanced or informational tone without strong positive or negative emotion. Overall, the graph supports the idea that certain keywords in the video titles do influence the emotional tone of the comments they receive, especially those tied closely to personal feelings such as anxiety and mental health.